Endava is reimagining the relationship between people and technology. They have helped some of the world's leading insurers accelerate their ability to take advantage of new business models and market opportunities. They will present on how they are helping the global insurance industry to use Gen AI in production systems. You will learn top tips for AI success, how to get the best AI outcomes, and how your knowledge of your business and customers makes you and your team the secret sauce. Please welcome Endava.
Good morning, everybody. Before I start talking about some of the work that we're doing in generative AI and AI in general at the moment, just wanted to take a moment, just wanted to talk about something that I did personally. 4 weeks ago today, I climbed Mera Peak in the Himalayas in Nepal. It was a really tough journey. I took a sabbatical for a month off of work at Endava and I managed the summit. It was literally 4 weeks ago today. Really proud of that. But today I want to talk about the work that we're doing in AI and generative AI at Endava. We're an IT services company. We tend to specialize in step change projects and programs where clients are looking to really shift the needle in their efficiency, in their distribution, in their underwriting performance and what have you as well. So we're based nearshore, so our delivery is done from generally Central and Eastern Europe with close to client locations right across different Western European places. We tend to operate in P&C and also specialty markets, and what I'm going to be talking about today applies to both of those, not just some of the personal lines side of the business that we've been hearing about this morning. So when it comes to AI, we're kind of seeing three different phases of projects and programs that we're working on. The first one is the operational side, and you've seen some of the demos this morning where people have been showing some of the summarization of documents and some of the logic flows and trying to use AI in order to improve the efficiency of those. We call those operational because generally it kind of performs one task or replaces one task. So someone in underwriting, someone in pricing, someone in portfolio is able to take a document and then summarize it as best as they can, ask some intelligent questions for it. Then what happens is after we've done a summarization project, and we've got several of those in flight, in production today, what generally happens is that those work very well, and then a client turns around to us, and I should pause and say it's very nice to see so many clients here, not just in the insurance space, but certainly outside insurance as well. But what we tend to find is that after we've done one of those operational programs, we then get asked, well, how do we take the output from one of those summaries and then apply it to further links in the chain? And we call that business transformation. So we start with operational transformation, which is that AI approach and perhaps the Gen AI approach. Then what we do is we look at taking that a step further. So someone will say, well, we've already got an RPA process, an automation process. How do we take the output from the operational side and then apply it into the next team that then works with this output? We call that business transformation. But I have an appeal to everybody in the room at the moment that the next phase, which we're already starting to see, and it was really interesting hearing Anna talk about this earlier on the previous presentation, the industry transformation will come next. And we're starting to see that happen very, very quickly in the AI space, which is people taking a step back, looking at insurance, how it's bought, how it's priced, how claims work, and how your end customers think, and then starting to apply a very different, fresh way of thinking. So everybody here, what I would recommend that you do from this point on, for the rest of today and tomorrow, is start thinking as though you were head of strategy, you were the CIO of your organization, the COO of your organization. How can you use some of the products, some of the vendors, some of the services companies that are here to reimagine parts of your business, or maybe the whole of the business, how it's priced, how people buy it, is it going to be embedded, what would it look like if it was embedded, and try and take that forwards and just have a very different approach. So in order to help you do that, I just wanted to talk about three things, three best practices that we see across our customers. Some of you are here at the moment. Some of the best practices about how they approach an industry transformation, which they're already working on. The first one is start thinking about the shift to a product-centric organizational structure. What that really means is instead of thinking about your different services and capabilities today, what would happen if you work in pricing and you were to ask a claims expert to get involved with something that you're working on today? What would happen if you asked someone from the contact center to get involved with what you're reimagining at the moment? Some of the best projects that we work on that are the most transformative involve someone from the contact center. I'm not talking about the head of contact center, an actual contact center operative who just has a slightly different way of thinking, a little bit like what Anna was talking about before with just reimagining a product. So start thinking about that multidisciplinary team. The next acceleration point is run a design thinking workshop. All you need to do is really think about it from a customer's perspective. How do they engage with you? How do they send you a quote? How do they expect the pricing to come back? What documents do they need to send? Do they need to send any documents in the first place? Start reimagining how that would work. And then the third point is really the tools that you need for that industry transformation to work. And we kind of break that down into three different things as well. It's a bit like the people, process, and technology that we used to talk about, still applicable. The first one is have a framework in your organization that is ready to embrace that kind of industry transformation. Whether that's microservices, APIs, flows, automation, doesn't really matter, but you need to have some sort of framework in place in your technology which allows you to start linking everything together, all the different tools, all the different systems, so that you can start reimagining how you're going to work with clients. The second is around your data exchange or data marketplace or having a data strategy where you can start centralizing that data, certainly from an interrogation, from a query perspective, so that you can look at that data from any of your other systems ready for that transformation. And the third, which is the hardest, but by coming to this conference, you've already passed that first hurdle, is around your skills within the organization. How can you create that environment, which McKinsey were talking about earlier? How can you create that environment where people want to change how you reimagine your new technologies of tomorrow, your new interactions of tomorrow? So I'd recommend have that mindset of you own that industry transformation that you're going to go home with, you're going to go back to work on Friday with. Imagine you own that. What would your strategy be, and how would you take some of the products and some of the thinkings that we've heard of, even so far this morning, but also for the rest of the day? If you want to hear more either about the Himalayas, I'm more than happy to talk about that, or you'd like to hear a bit more about operational business and industry transformation, please come to the Endava stand. We're just opposite the coffee machine, and we'd love to talk to you either at the stand or during one of the networking breaks. Thank you very much. Thank you.